Hello and welcome to another episode of Stock Shots. Please remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just giving my opinion based on some things I see, like support and resistance, supply and demand, and of course, some indicators that may be on the screen. So always do your own due diligence. Make sure you educate yourself and always look to the left because we're looking at things that have already happened. Think about what things may do in the future. So this is another episode of Stock Shots. Welcome.
All right, let's get started with the C fund. This week, guess what? It's still going to be going down. The prediction we had last week is looking like it's going to come true. We did break our last support here at 5,601. The next place I'm looking is literally right here, 54.54. Now, ultimately, if it continues to go down, since we had a break of a trend line here, let's make that a little bit easier to see. We had to enter a trend line break, and now we're going. If it continues down, we're probably going to have an outer trend line. These trend lines were drawn a while ago off of the same area. So if you look, these little gray boxes here, you can't see them in the weekly, but in the daily, these are gaps. These are gaps. If we break this outer trend line here around the 4,900 area, I would expect if the market continues down to get these gaps filled. Now, just like you saw this last week, we had some push to the upside that followed through from the previous week, but ultimately we still came down to this area. Now, with that being said, once again, I'm looking for that 54.54. Let's turn on this algorithm, and we still got to sell. We're under that. I'm only looking for it to go down. So you could take advantage of this if you're not in your TSP. Put in the G fund. All right. Don't put it in the C fund at this time. I wouldn't recommend it, but do your own due diligence. One thing I will also say is that since this week right here, these volume candles, the last time we had really, really strong weekly selling candles, 2020, COVID. Before that, it was, I want to say it's 2008. We had it again, 2016. So what happened around then? We had our current president in office, and he was talking about the same thing. A lot of selling pressure, but price then only went to the 200-day moving average and bounced off of it. 2008. Let's see. Here it is. Price came out, and it came out under the 200 moving average, all the way down. Then it started going back up, bounced down again. Then it finally got above it, but it stayed down there for, that's June of '08. Didn't get above it again until 2 years later. Is this the start of a bear market? It may be. We don't know. You really can't tell. You have to wait and see if everything plays out. But for the C fund at this moment, I wouldn't be putting my money in it because I don't see it going up at this moment. That's just me. Do your own due diligence, see what you think. Now, for the S fund, guess what? It's the same story. One more thing. With this on, one of the areas that I do have interest in is here, pretty much 5,000. That's the next big area where it could do a pivot. After that, 46. That's where the 200-day moving average is currently. After that, 41. That's under these gap areas for the C fund. Now, for the S fund, this has the same story. We have an inner and outer trend line. We already broke our inner trend line. We're looking to break this support here at 2013. If it can do that, it'll probably continue down to this outer trend line around 1800. Same story. It's just not looking good for the C and the S fund. I turn the thing on here. 200-day moving average is at 1900. I got gaps down here too, around the 1700, going pretty much down to the 1600. Yeah, yeah. So, and it looks like it's falling down pretty hard until we get confirmation on a lot of things that we're looking for, like tariffs and wars and invading other countries. It just ain't looking good. All right. People are not trying to invest in something they don't know about. It's too much uncertainty. Now we're in an international fund. In the international fund, this was the one that was going up. Now we hit our top resistance here, okay, and bounced right off of it. So at $85.25 or $85.21, we hit it, bounced right off of it. Next, it looks like we're going to start consolidating. So we're going to take this because this is not needed here, it's needed here, there, to there, here. So until it breaks out of that box there, that consolidation box, I'm not really interested in international fund. That's going to be something that's just going to be on the sidelines waiting. Now I do see it coming down just slightly, probably to pick up some more orders and then continuing up. So where I'm going to get some confirmation is if it comes down to pretty much here, the 9-day moving average, or it meets here at the 14-day moving average and then bounces back up, that'd be great. I think it can do it. All right, because one of the areas that's next is pretty much where it's at. It broke this area. I'm looking forward to break that 85.21. So if you haven't gotten an international fund, wait and see what happens over the next couple of days. Remember, April 2nd is supposed to be something that the president's going to be talking about, and that may help our TSPs. But who knows what he's going to say? It's just it's a coin toss. Now let's go to the bonds. In the bond market, here we go. We got consolidation. Again, we're still in this consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in consolidation. Haven't gone anywhere. People are waiting. This is the issue. You don't have a clear decision. So for bonds, they're like, okay, are the interest rates going up? Are they going down? Are they staying the same? Are we going to war? Are we invading somebody? Is he tweeting? It's just a lot. So this week, though, we had a bounce. So we had a bounce off of the 14-day moving average, and usually that's a good sign. All right. Oh, sorry, the 9-day moving average. And when those cross up, we most likely can get a push to the upside. And that'll probably get us to the top of the range here around $101. But first, we got to break $99.20 something cents. So that's what I got for you this week. Remember, if you want to learn how to do this, just check out the website. We got books for you. We got videos for you, of course. And if you want to learn how to take these skills and make money in your private account versus your TSP, we got some stuff for you there too. So I'll check you out next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button. Stuff was free. All right.